Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry, technology, right? Welcome to Silver Sneakers. You know I'm Amy. If you cannot see, it's okay to move your chair, just don't tell Kay. Okay. Okay. Because, you know, Kay's got them lined up so right. So, if you're watching from home, I hope you can hear. This is the first day with the microphone, so we're all pretty excited. Oh, hi, Rosie. So this is a live class, and then also you could watch it at home. If you want to go back and watch it later, you can see it on the group Twin Falls Silver Sneakers and Water Friends. You can also see it on Amy Toft Yoga. And I also have YouTube, which you could watch it on YouTube, but not until maybe Friday, because it takes a while for it to get there. Okay, so today, yoga. We're just gonna sit in our chairs. Our palms could be up or down. We might even close our eyes. So fun to come and see all our friends and chat. And now, this is a little thing we're just doing for ourselves. So we take a little minute, settle in for ourselves. And we'll start our longer, deeper breathing. Taking a little bit slower inhale, a little bit slower exhale. So this could be a time where you decide what you would like to focus on in class today. It could be something physical, like you could think, I'm going to try to do every single thing. It could be something mental, I'm going to stay focused. Could even be a spiritual thing or a breath thing. And you could choose something that's called your intention. And of course you don't have to. You can be like, I did it, I'm here, that's my intention. And that's great too. And I do have a theme for class. It's super simple, super short. It's just follow your light. So we know we all have a light inside us, and that light knows what's right for us to do. So that's what we want to follow. We're not following somebody else. We're just following our own light. So let's take 3 more breaths together. And then we can blink our eyes open. If we want to, remember every single thing in yoga is completely optional. If you want to sit in your chair today and breathe, you are doing yoga, and that's just fine. No one here cares what you're doing. No one's watching. All good. So today, as we follow our light, we'll just start with a little warm-up. So we can even stay back in our chairs where we are, and let's just tip our head around. We'll bring our chin down to our chest, and then let our ear drift to one shoulder. Gaze up just a little. We don't ever want to be too hard on the neck. Ear come to the other shoulder, chin back down, and let's go the other way. Ear comes to your last shoulder, gazing up. Ear to the other side, and chin down. If you feel a couple of little pops and little creaks in your neck, that's all good, right? We like it. Okay, now we're just going to do our arms. So we might need to sit forward a tiny bit on our chairs now. And we'll just range of motion our shoulders. So inhale, our palm goes center. And then we'll just flip our hand and let it come down. And then keep our hand right where it is. We'll just lift up, palm center, back down. Let's do that one more time on this side. Inhale on up, flip it, come down, and we'll try to keep our shoulders facing forward and back down. Okay, other arm. Inhale up and flip back down. And keep it the same. This feels so good. Okay. Please just sit tall with your hands in your lap. Technology is having some problems and I need to talk to them. Hello, Silver Sneakers friends watching. If this is not working, which it looks like it's just cutting in and out, go to Amy Toft Yoga Facebook page, Amy Toft, T-O-F-T. It's a public page and you can watch it there. Okay, thanks everybody. Oh my gosh. Always, always, always something, right? Okay, so let's do a little twist now. We'll just take our, I will mirror you. We'll just take our left hand, bring it over to our right thigh, and look back over our right shoulder. Just take a couple of breaths. We're pulling in our belly. We're not cranking our neck. And then we'll come on back, let our arms come out. Right hand to left thigh, and gaze back over the left shoulder. Just breathing. And then we'll come on back. And let's do our shoulders with our hands out. We'll just bring our shoulders up by our ears, press them back, let them slide down, and come forward. One more time, up, slide down, come forward. And let's reverse. Going back, going up, coming down. Squeezing our shoulder blades together and then just letting them relax. Letting our arms shake out. Now let's wake up our biceps. So we'll just pretend we're holding weights. We can make fists or not. And we'll just inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more. And now let's let our hands come out. Bring our elbows out to the side. And we'll just in and out, in and out. We're sitting up tall. We're in seated mountain pose, right? So our bellies are in. We're sitting, our spines are tall. Yeah. Okay, hands down. Let's see, what did we forget? Our wrists. So let's circle them. We'll go one direction. I'm going in with both wrists. You do whatever you want. And then we'll just reverse it. And then maybe, can you do where we go both wrists the same way? That's hard for me. Yeah, good. And then both wrists the other way. Okay. And then let's take our fingers and we'll just fling, 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 throwing stuff. Pretend like it's beautiful confetti. We'll just throw it down on us because we're in a parade. We're so beautiful. Or 4th of July. Okay. And then we'll just shake them on down. Good. Now, our knees, we're just going to pick one up and pick up the other one. So we'll just march. If you want to hold on the side of your chair for a little stability, that's great. We're working our core here too. Can you feel that a little bit? So we're making sure we're squeezing our bellies in. And now, when I pick up my left knee, I'm just going to swing it. Still sitting up tall. And then we'll put it down. Right knee, swing. Okay, down. And then we'll just push our toes into the ground and lift our heels up. And other way, lift our toes. Toes don't go up as high as heels, right? At least mine don't. Okay. Alrighty. Now, we'll do one more thing seated and then we'll stand up. This is called Circle of Joy. So really slowly, we're going to lift our arms up over our head. Bring them back down. And here's the tricky part. We're going to lean forward and let them go behind us. Maybe we can even clasp them, but we don't have to. And then back up. Look up. Back down. Clasp them behind us. So in Silver Sneakers, when we bring our arms up over our head, they're really in front of our head, right? Yeah, they come right about here. We don't want them straight up over. Then back down. I forgot why, you guys probably know. I just know, that's the rule, don't break it. Okay, one more time. And while we're down here, this time let's really stretch back. Press back with our fingers, press forward with our head. Take a breath, and then we'll come on up. And now, if you want to stay in your chair, you can, and do this seated. Or if you are able to stand up, we'll just stand up and come around behind our chair so that we're all facing forward behind the chair. And we'll just do this with one leg and then the other. So you want to be a little bit out so you're not going to kick your chair. Yeah, just choose, it doesn't matter. And then the first thing we're going to do is just swing our leg. And while we're swinging, we're standing up tall on that standing leg. It's getting a workout too. Maybe we can hover our hand off the chair. But the chair's right there if we need it. So good to work on our balance every day. And then we're going to put that foot down for just a second. And then we're going to lift it up and bring our knee out and in, out, in. Hover your hand if you want. You don't have to. Out and in. Then put that foot down. I can really feel it on this hip, so let's do a little hula. Yeah. Okay, now with both feet, we're going to come up on our toes and on our heels. Toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, heels. And then we're just going to take that same leg that we've been moving and just take it out to the side and back. Maybe we cross it behind us. Maybe we don't. Either way is okay. Hover or don't. Okay, then, still standing on the same leg, whoa, we're going to do tree. So we'll just bring our foot to our shin. Maybe if you're super fancy, you bring it clear on up to your thigh. Or it's also really good to have it right here, like a little kickstand. That's a good tree too. So whatever tree you're doing, maybe let go of the chair just for a breath. Maybe you can bring our hands to the heart, and maybe it's one hand and one hand down. That's okay too. And then maybe we can grow one arm or both arms. So tall. And yeah, trees can totally dance. That's right. Good, Carol. And then both set our hand down. Deliberately and carefully, we'll set our foot down. Okay, then we'll switch. Come on over to your other side. First thing we're going to do is just swing it. That feels good after standing on it, right? Okay, then we'll put it down. Gosh, what came next? Oh yeah, up and out. Thanks. Open and shut. You can do this faster and slower. Slower is harder. So if you want more of a workout, take your time and do it slowly. You can also hover your hand if you want to. Okay, we'll bring that down. Time for a little hula. And then toes and heels again on this side. Up on our toes, back on our heels, up, back. Again, slow is good. Just feeling that movement instead of just like yanking ourselves along. Okay, and now we'll out to the side. And this time we might cross in front and then in back, or maybe that's just because I'm further away from my chair. You can do it any way you want, it's fine. Okay, and now tree on this side. So remember, tree could be a kickstand, it could be shin, and it could be clear up here. But we just don't ever want to put it on our knees, right? And then our hand could hover. One hand could come here. Both hands. Maybe grow the tree. Doesn't have to be what you did on the other side. Maybe it's a cactus this time. Wow. And then, just very carefully, we'll set our foot down and we'll do a little hula. Okay. Nice, nice. Okay, so just come on one side of your chair or the other, it doesn't matter, and put your palms down on your chair. You might even want to hold the sides. And then we're going to do cat and cow right here. So remember, cat is when we bring our heart forward and we tip our tailbone up in the air. Like we're just pushing our bum up as high as we can. And then cat, we just curl everything down, bring our belly button into our spine. Maybe our head comes kind of down between our arms. So we'll just do this a few times. Pushing our heart forward, tailbone up, and then curl tailbone down. And you just can do it on your own breath. You don't have to breathe with me. Look forward and look back. And it's all about the tailbone. Popping up and coming back down. And you just cannot push your tailbone up too much. So if you think like, oh my gosh, I'm putting my bum way up in the air, then good, you're doing it. And let's just do one more. Okay, so now let's just stand up and shake a little bit. Just wiggle around. Because we're going to come back down. And if this is too much to be back down like this, you can totally do anything right here on the back of the chair, okay? If your wrists are like, no, you can do that. And if you're seated, you can do these same things with your legs that we're going to do right now. You can just stick them out and to the side or whatever. Just wiggle your legs around. You'll all be good. It'll be great. So come on back down if that's okay. And we're going to just pick up one leg. And we're going to try to keep our hips level. So our leg is not coming up sideways like this, but our hips are level, so someone could set something on our back. But we're engaging our core. And now we're going to bend our knee, bend our nose, and this is called knee to nose, but you can see my knee is nowhere near my nose. But that's okay, because that's the feeling we're going for. Just the attempt is as good as actually doing it. And then our leg will come back out, knee to nose. One more time, leg back out, knee to nose. Okay, then we're going to keep this same leg out. We'll just bend the knee this way, flex the foot. And do you know that this is a real yoga pose called tiger? I love that. And we'll just pump it. Just up a few times. And then we'll let that foot come down. We'll carefully stand up. We'll give ourselves a shake. And then we'll just switch sides. You don't really need to switch sides of the chair. I'm just switching so that you can see my other leg, but you can stay where you are or switch. Doesn't matter. Okay, then hands come down. We'll stretch our other leg out. Make sure it's your other leg. You can point the toe if you want to, but what we're really paying attention to is that our hips are level, like a little table. And then we're going to engage our core. Bring our knee close to our nose, back out, knee to nose, back out, and one more time. And then keeping the leg up and level, we'll just bend the knee the other way, so we're flexing our foot, and this is tiger, and we can pump it. And then we'll bring our other foot down, and we'll just stand up. Okay. I like those. Those are good. So now we'll just do a little bit more of balancing. So coming behind the chair, standing up tall, we'll just pick a leg and lift it up. And if you want to, you can put your head on your hands. And it's the same feeling we had when we were down low with our back being level. So maybe you could reach back with one hand and just feel level. Okay, now we'll lift our knee out to the side and then straight back. Again, keeping the hips level. This is hard. They want to come up. And just one more time. Okay, good. Stand back up. Take a breath, and we'll just do the other side. Well, you guys know what to do. Other leg comes out. Take our time, maybe rest our head on our hands, and we could reach back. How are my hips? And you know, if your foot is 1 inch off the ground, it's all good. We're just trying. Then we'll bend our knee and straighten it out. Bend our knee out to the side. Straighten it out. And one more time. Straighten it out. Okay. Whew. We're going to feel our nice tiny little bumps, right? Yeah. That's going to be great. Okay. So while we're here, let's take a drink. Thanks for reminding me of that, Joe. I keep forgetting, and I talked to Donna about it this morning. We need water breaks. So you can sit or stand and have a little water. Okay, so we're going to do the warrior poses, which can be sitting or standing. So you choose. I will show you sitting really quick, and then you might want to try standing, so just stay, whatever. So if you're sitting, you bring one knee out and the other leg straight. So you're just sort of on the edge of the chair. And we're just going to keep our hands at our hips today. Or if you're standing, you're bending one knee, keeping one foot's about a 45-degree angle. The first knee is bent, and we'll just leave our arms out here, or we can still hands on the hips. So chair or standing. This is warrior 2. Carol, toward me. No, I'm sorry, you're wrong. Yeah, that was, you were right. You were right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, now we'll just bring our feet back together. And if we're sitting, we'll go the other way. And if we're standing, we'll go the other way. So knee out, leg out straight-ish, or it can be bent and hands on the hips. But if we're standing, our back foot's about a 45-degree, and we'll just open our arms. And then, if you want, you can look out over your front fingers. So pretty much everybody, yes, everybody is going to be looking toward the Rosie side, the Rosie and Greg side. That's where we're all going. Okay, good. And then we'll just bring that together. And that was warrior 2. And warrior 3 is what we just did behind the chair. Ta-da. So we're working our way down. Now we'll do warrior 1. So the difference is the hips and also the arms. But warrior 1, our hips are closed, so they're facing the same way. So it's not easy to do in the chair. But, so before I was like this, do you see how my hips are like this? And now my hips are trying to go one way, okay? So it's just kind of more of a feeling. And if you're standing, warrior 1, not here, my hips are going here toward my bent knee. Yeah. And then if I want, I can do my arms up like this. But I don't have to. Hands on the hips is good. Sitting, good. It's all about the hips. Okay, great. Let's switch. Do sitting first. It helps me to put my hands right on my hips and point them the way I want them to go. And then arms can come up or not. Okay, nice. Very fierce. Okay, now let's go ahead and sit down. And maybe one more drink if you want one. So you guys, I do kids yoga online, and we did warrior pose, but I had made it into a story, so we called it pirate. So it was like, draw your sword. Yeah. So we can think about that. Yeah. Yeah, that makes it more fun, I think. So much more fun. Okay, now, this is almost the same as the warrior poses, but it's mostly about the leg now. So we're thinking about stretching right here, our quadricep. So some people can bend their knee and feel that stretch there. Some people need to stretch their foot out and do it. So just see how it feels with your foot tucked, and don't get so close that you fall off the edge of your chair. I'm not gonna like it. Hold on to the back, and just notice with your foot flexed here now, instead of like it was, if you can feel a stretch here. If you feel pain in your knee, then back off, don't do it. Okay, then we'll switch to the other side. Okay, so we're tucking our back toe, and we're actually pressing into that toe so that we can feel, so that we can activate all these muscles here and make us feel the stretch here. So I'm pushing so hard into my toe that my body thinks, are you trying to stand up? Do you want to stand up? Maybe I do. Okay, and then we'll come on back, and let's just stomp our feet. Okay, so this one you probably want to sit back a little bit. Well, maybe you don't. Just see what you want to do. We'll cross our legs over, like, I call this like a Ken, as opposed to a Barbie. No. So we'll do the Ken right now. And while we're doing it, we're sitting up tall. We're still doing mountain pose with our body, big, tall spine. And we're holding one ankle, and with our other hand, we might be just gently pressing down on our knee. Then we're gonna dive forward, if we want to. And we're gonna make sure we're not falling off our chair. But when I lean forward just a little bit, and I'm making sure that my belly's sucked in tight, I can really feel it in this hip, in this bent hip. Can you guys feel that? Yeah, that's so good. So this is pigeon on a chair. You can do pigeon on your back, on your front. Pigeon's so good for the hips, and we all want to keep our hip joints really active and strong, right? Well lubricated. So we're still here, and we're going to see if we can stretch even a little further, not necessarily down, but forward. And we'll take 2 breaths there. And then we'll carefully come on up with our head and our shoulders, and we'll let that foot go down. And then we'll take the other one up and over. We'll get all situated, sitting up so tall, holding our ankle, and then press down with the knee if that feels okay. And then, one more time, get tall, and we'll stretch on forward. And just go till you feel it. You don't have to, no one's looking to see how far down you are. No one cares about that. It's all about you. Let's see if we can relax our shoulders. Follow your own light. Let your body tell you what the right thing to do is. Maybe the right thing is to sit up tall in your chair and breathe right now. And then we're going to stretch forward just a little bit more. One more breath, our core is engaged, we're squeezing it, and then we're going to come on back up. Ah. That should be good for all the standing balances we did today. That'll help. I like to give it a little spank. There. Didn't do this side. Okay. Then we're going to sit back in our chair and hold on while we just stretch. Is this breaking Silver Sneakers rules, both feet? Are you guys... If we're sitting back and holding, that's okay. Okay, good. So anytime you want to switch, just do one foot and the other foot. If holding 2 is too much, switch your feet out. If holding both is too much, yeah, just switch it up. And right now we're going to see if we can bend our feet and let them come down with the soles of the feet together. So the outside of the feet are pressing into the ground. This is butterfly pose, okay? So we can even flap our little butterfly wings a little bit if we want to. Then, holding onto the chair, we're going to sit up tall and we're going to stretch forward just a tiny bit. Not so much that we feel tippy or scared. Just a little bit. Take one more breath. And then we'll sit up tall and let our feet come back to normal feet. Not anything weird here. Okay, now we're going to start again with the, oh, we didn't do tricky. Okay, so sitting up on the edge, we're going to do the windshield wiper thing. Did I practice this week? I did not. I'm still going to be bad at it. Okay, so for now we'll hold the chair and then we're going to let our knees go to one side and to the other. And if you want to like come up on the edge of your feet, you can. Or if you want to keep your feet flat and keep it a little smaller, all good. So back and forth. Our knees are windshield wipers. Okay, now our knees will stop and our hands will go. Back and forth. Oh, this is so easy. Who could ever have trouble with this? You will soon see that I have a lot of trouble with it. Okay. La, la, la. All right, now we're going to do it together. So we'll get our knees going and our hands going. Oh, this isn't hard. So good. Okay, now this is the next step. Also still not that hard. All right, get our knees going and our hands are going to go the other way. So when your knees are here, hands are here, knees, knees, hands, hands. My bum's trying to scoop me off the edge of the chair. Okay. Don't let that happen. And you're thinking to yourself, how hard could this be? Oh, just wait. Because now we're going to do our hands in and out. In and out. In and out. In and out. And now our knees are not going in and out, but they're going side to side. And this is so hard. Okay. You guys are all nailing it. I'm not looking. Okay. Now, stop. And we'll step your feet just a little bit wider so you've got room for your knees to go together and apart. Or, how do we do this? Yeah. Out and in with the knees. Out and in. Out and in. Out and in. Out and in. And now, our hands. And this is where I really have so much trouble. Yes. So weird. It's so hard. My knees just want to match up with my hands. Okay. Okay, you guys are so good. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to sit back. And we're just going to work our way back through our bodies. So we're going to pick up our toes just a little bit off the floor. And even though that we're wearing shoes, we're going to feel like our toes are spreading like this. Spread them. It helps me to do my hands at the same time. I don't know if that helps you. My hands and toes are connected, I'm pretty sure. So spread them and then bring them back. Okay. Nice. And now we're going to just hold out one foot and make a little beautiful circle. Like we're the most beautiful ballerina, fairy floating in the sky. What's the manly version of this? I don't know. But embrace your feminine side and go the other way. Okay, and then we'll let that foot come down and we'll just do the other one. So now is the time to slow down. Slow circles. Feel every little click as your ankle revolves, and then we'll go the other way. Okay. And now sitting back in our chair and holding on, we'll just lift one knee at a time, but this is the yoga version, not the workout version. So the workout version, we're gonna make our leg really strong. And on the yoga version, we're just gonna float it up, float it back. We're just resting, just getting a little more motion. Okay, and then we'll bring both feet down. We'll sit up tall, and we'll just twist. Look over the back of our chair. We can hook our arm behind us if we want to. We don't have to. Take a deep breath, looking over our shoulder. And then the other way. And then we'll bring our hands together. And now we'll do our arms up over our head, on back. If you want to lean forward, just stretch your hands out. They don't have to touch or anything. They can be on the outside of your chair. Because we're just keeping this really easy now. One book I have, I think, calls this angel breath. And one more. Okay, and now we're just going to put our hands on our hips and just gently, gently twist. So we want to feel like we're twisting right this, just our torso. Our neck is just coming along. It's not really looking hard. We're not even really looking over our shoulder. We're just looking at the side of the room. And then squeezing our core, we'll look back at the other side of the room. Pressing into our feet, so we're sitting up tall. One more breath. And then we'll come on back. Let's do our shoulders again. We carry so much shoulder tension in our shoulders. So we might need to scoot, just a tiny scoot, and then we'll just around, and then back. You know, you can do this 5 or 6 times a day. If you feel like, gosh, my shoulder feels weird, it hurts, stop and do this. Let's do one more. Okay. Switch to the other side. And remember, if something feels like, ooh, I need to linger there, just do that. You don't have to do exactly as many or keep up. Okay, neck. So now, we're going to do a little bit different thing. We'll bring our chin down, then we'll look to the left, roll to the right, and chin down. One more time. Look to the left, roll to the right, look to the right, back down, and now we'll just reverse it. Look to the right, roll it, look to the left, back down. I hope your neck feels a little more easy to move since we started. And then look to the left and back down. Okay, so scooting all the way back in the chair. The best part of class, Shavasana. So we can put our palms up or our palms down. Palms up means I am ready, world, for whatever you have for me. Palms down means I need a little quiet and a little focus. It's not right or wrong, just choose. And then we'll breathe here for just a few breaths with our eyes closed, if that feels okay. And you'll hear me sing a little chant. You'll hear the singing bowl. That whole time, you don't need to do one thing. You don't need to move at all. Just enjoy this time. I'm going to turn off the lights. Shavasana, this is where our body soaks up all the things we did, where our mind soaks up the tricky patterns, the things that we did, where our breath remembers, gosh, it's so nice to breathe slower and longer. I'm going to do that all day long. And where our spirits remember, oh yeah, I have a light and I need to follow my own self. So just take this little time for yourself, breathing in the quiet. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. So as you hear the singing bowl ringing, you might want to start to deepen your breath. Just a little bit, notice the breath. Maybe wiggle the fingers and toes. Possibly roll your head from side to side. Eyes could open, or they could stay closed. We can all bring our hands to our heart, press our palms together if you want to. Sit up tall, let's bow our heads. Take a little moment to think about our intention, to think about things we're grateful for. We'll just take 3 breaths. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste. So please don't get up till I turn out the lights. I mean, on.